Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and today on Partner Talks, I have Natalie Locke. Natalie, introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, and tell us about your history with Dynamics.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for so much for having me on the show as well. My name's Natalie. I've been working with Dynamics for about 5 years. Actually, prior to that, I was a special ed teacher and then got an internship at a company that was recently launching a CRM. And so they had just purchased out of the box Microsoft Dynamics. And the company that I was working for was a generator distribution and service company. And so specifically just for the generator process. So at that time, that summer internship, they were trying to figure out how to make the CRM kind of fit their specific process that we had created. And so we hired in a full-time developer. Full-time developer started creating different fields, different views, workflows that we needed, and then kind of grew from there. So fast forward 3 years later, and we had created a very unique customized process just for the generator business.
So just
That
so
was,
just let me summarize to make sure the viewership understand this. So you
yeah,
got into Dynamics. This is your job first time in the CRM world. You learned all about Dynamics. You saw that, hey, this could help our dealer networks. And you're in the generator business, and you've created your own custom solution for generator distribution companies.
yes, yep. And so we saw that it was very successful for the company that I was working for. And during that time, we had kind of gotten a lot of other companies that were coming to us and wondering how we were so successful. A lot of times, distribution, especially for like a little niche company like generators, it's really hard to find a customized platform specifically for them. And so other companies saw our success. They were wondering what we were doing, and they came to us and asked, "What's your secret?" And it really came down to our proven process that was packaged in this customized solution that we had created. And so at that time, we decided, okay, we could help other companies grow as well. And that's when Taskbridge was launched. And so we brought on our first generator distributor, our first client, and kind of had no idea what we were doing the first time go around. Again, I was fairly new in the developer world, but I had picked up a lot along the way. And so they got brought on. We did some trainings with them. The whole training onboarding process is about a 90-day process, just because we're not only training them on how to use the CRM, we're really business consulting them on how to run their business. So it's a really cool kind of unique way of bringing CRM to other companies. Because typically when you bring you have a Salesforce person or a Microsoft Dynamics person, and they come in and they don't know the uniqueness of your company. And so what we have the ability to do is we understand their pain points. We understand where there are areas that they need to grow. We've been through the trenches with them. And so we know how to make them successful packaged with the solution of Dynamics.
So, when someone from another generator company looks at CRM, they don't see CRM anymore. They see a way to run their business.
Yes. Yep. And it really streamlines the entire process. Typically, CRM out of the box is kind of built around the sales process, but with the generator world, it's so unique because an outside salesperson will sell a generator, but it's about a year lead time that project management and project engineering need to manage that specific generator until it hits the job site. So there's a lot of little pieces in between that they weren't able to track before.
And now they can track them with your product.
Yes, absolutely. So we did that for our first client, and then we now have six clients on board. And then we recently launched a new app that is just fit for the dealer world. So for residential dealers who sell directly to homeowners. And that one has been a very fun project to work on because it not only includes sales, project management, it also includes a field service portion of it. So we have that connected to field service and Dynamics, and so their service coordinators can use the scheduling board. And then we partnered with Resco in order to create an app for the technicians so that they can see all of their work orders that they need to complete. They have a map built into the system, so they go there, they take some photos of what they're working on for the generator. We have a document that automatically gets sent to the homeowner themselves with the pictures of what they did on the generator. And that's something that not a lot of dealers are doing at all. Most of the time, they're using kind of folders and paper copies along the way. And so this has really streamlined their process, and not only their internal process, but also the customer's experience with working with them.
Excellent. So, we were introduced by Resco, and I know that you're going to be presenting at the Resco.NEXT conference in Spain coming up in October. So tell us about the presentation you're putting together.
Yeah, so the presentation that I'm working on is specifically just about that dealer process that we've created and kind of the customer success story. I'll be talking about some of our pain points that we went through as well. Bringing a new customer and new app, launching that, there's always some things that come up. But then how the customer experience was in the end and different training techniques that we use. I also really think that I'm in an interesting area where I do have a teaching background. And so I understand how to help different users and new users use the tool. So there's a lot of extensive training that we work with. And the customers really become part of our, we call it like the Taskbridge family. And so they become part of our family and we help them through every step of the way. And so that's what I'll be presenting on.
Okay, Natalie, thank you very much. And, I think you're on the right track with this because CRM out of the box is one thing, but when you can customize it to fit a business like you've done, it makes all the difference to those organizations. And really, they're not going to look at other products because this one's already finished, ready to go, and I can hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's our hope.
Okay. All right, Natalie, thanks for your time today. And I know we'll be back to you to talk more about what's going on with the CRM for generators. I think it's called Taskbridge, is it?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, we'll find out more about Taskbridge and we'll find out how you were well received at the Resco.NEXT conference.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Have a great day. Bye for now.
Bye.